So I thought it was a good time to do a video about Sebastian. It's been a while since I've talked about him. Like I said, he is a very good hero and one you should definitely use. And I'm going to explain why if you don't know. But I've been obviously been talking about Lyria a lot lately because Lyria is a really good hero these days. But I was talking about like how she's often paired with Lara Croft. But another thing you might notice is she's almost always paired with Sebastian as well. And there is our reasons for that. And that's because, well, to be short, Sebastian is the best hero in the game. Like, if you don't know that, well, now you do. Like, he is literally the best hero in the game. I mean, it's not even particularly close. Lyria is good. Sebastian's better. And that is because of this ability right here. His ultimate ability, Ode to Serenity. This is the most powerful ability in the game. If you read the description, it might not sound like much, but this ability is absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. So what this does is remove all debuffs from the allied team and conjure a shield that prevents debuffs from being applied for 15 times. So not only does he cure your team of all like debuffs, he also protects from the next 15 debuffs that would be applied. So that is a lot of debuffs. Like, this will just straight up shut down a lot of control strategies. Like, he's super oppressive. Like, every team like that wants to use control effects have to have a way to deal with Sebastian. Otherwise, your team is just straight up not viable. So Sebastian this ability is absolutely busted, but that's not the only thing he does, right? He said he also has his passive. We'll talk about this one first, just because this lets him start combat with extra energy. So he's fully maxed, he gets 79% extra energy. So that means if he attacks twice and uses like a passive of his battle song, he'll be able to put his ult up in about 12 seconds. Note that 79%, that's fully maxed. You could, if you used a physical attack pet like Fenris or Albus, he can use those. He has three different pages. He can use Fenris, Albus, or Oliver. If you use Albus or Fenris, he will actually have enough energy to start with 80. Then he would only need one attack, like two actions to get full energy. And you can actually combine this. You can also do like a war flag that has a physical attack in it to also raise that even higher. It is possible to get over 90% starting energy. And just have that go up really quickly. And I'll talk about that in a minute here, but let's go talk about his other abilities, because those other abilities, Battle Song, Striking Solo, are also really powerful. So Battle Song, what this does is increase the critical hit chance of all allies that have that stat for 5 seconds. So this a bit buffs like all people who have the stat, but this actually stacks with his artifact buff, because his artifact buff will give critical hit to the entire team. Right, when he ults, because he ults fast, everybody on the team has critical hit for 9 seconds. So he can then buff that up with Battle Song. So 13,941 crit is a lot. It's almost 50% chance of critting. And then he gives Battle Song, and now everybody has like 30,000 critical hit rate, which is a lot, which means they're going to crit most of the time when Battle Song's up, especially the first one, because it's going to be right after he drops Ode to Serenity. So you're just going to have like 30,000 crit, which is really good for your physical attackers. They're going to do a lot of damage while this Battle Song's up. Oh, and that's not all. He has this ability called Striking Solo. Anytime one of his allies does a critical hit, he gets to do this really hard pure damage hit. So if an ally crits for a million damage, Sebastian gets to add 1 million and 340,000 pure damage to that of his own. So it's like it's a crit for 1 million becomes 2.5 million damage, because Sebastian does this huge pure damage hit above that. This is also how Sebastian ends up being the best DPS in the game. Like, if you've ever seen him versus Ash the Eternal Keeper, like, reason is Sebastian is top DPS is because of Striking Solo, does massive amounts of pure damage. You combine this with Albus to also do lots of pure damage. So also busted. Best DPS in the game. Best buff in the game. Like, Sebastian's whole kit is absolutely busted. Even in mage teams, where you don't even make use of the Battle Song, like, Sebastian's good enough to use because Ode to Serenity is just that busted. Yeah, let's go do a couple of fights there just to kind of just so I could show you, like, so let's see here. So we have to buy some fights. Buy some fights, sorry. Okay, so we have 5 fights now. So this one is a Lyria team. I'm just gonna do this here. So this is Sebastian with Oliver, We're just going to have this means he has a 79% and energy here. Maybe a bit different. We'll put a flag with no pattern in it. How about that? All right, so you see how much energy starts? This is just base, so that is 1 attack. 2 attack. He's not quite to old territory now. He battles Slans and he puts up his ult. He battles Slans and puts up his ult. And now, like I said, so that was the third one. That's a 79%. Which is not quite enough to actually ult. Alright, and yeah, so Sebastian also protects this Ode to Serenity. There's this little circle around their feet. That is Ode to Serenity. You see the little music notes coming off of it. It will protect against the energy drain from heroes like Astaroth and Nebula as well. It protects against stuns, blind, silence, charm, mind control. Does not protect against field effects like Lyria's Aura or Celeste's Cursed Flame. And so yeah, so that's what that does. That was with no buffs there. Let's see. Let's just find another fight that's gonna be slower. So, this same one. We could just keep the same one. So that was with no buffs. So let's keep the same flag. Okay, but this time this one will use a pet that has physical attack, and you'll see the energy difference here. So Public Idol activates. See, he has a bit more energy here, so he's gonna attack. He's gonna have basic attack here. It's boom, energy, and then basic attack he'll do is Ode to Serenity after the next basic. See, boom, 2 basic attacks. He did Ode to Serenity. Okay, Ode to Serenity is up. The critical hits up. Now he has Battle Song up. So again, Battle Song plus critical hit buff means everybody has like 30,000 critical hits damage, and Sebastian gets to do pure damage during that. And again, this Ode to Serenity stays after he dies, so we're probably protected for the rest of this battle unless Nebula gets lots of energy drains. But that's what that does. And I could show you we can get Ode to Serenity come out even faster here. And we actually probably win this fight because Ode to Serenity protect us from the energy drains. We actually just get to win this time. Like I said, we actually win this time. Last time we didn't win. That's because you have crits and dodges or whatever. Yeah, Ode to Serenity, super good. I don't think I could beat Lyria like that without Ode to Serenity. So, like Ode to Serenity, I don't think we would have with that line without Ode to Serenity. So, yeah, but now we need to find a different training partner here because that's fine. We'll just have to go with this. All right, so let's try our war flag here at this one. But a lot of people ask me why I have physical attack in this war flag when I just use mage teams. Like, isn't it a waste to put physical attack here? Like, no, because I use Sebastian and that physical attack is actually a huge difference here. So we are gonna do this here. We have Albus here. We don't said so. We're using Albus on Sebastian. Actually, you even could use Fenris. You could use Fenris. Also has that physical attack buff. And we can do Albus here since they aren't using Sebastian, and that's the thing we should talk about there. I should have explained that better. So you can use Biscuit's Patron to strip off Ode to Serenity. That's one of the main counters to Sebastian is Biscuit Patron. And I'll go back and replay that for earlier fight. It explained like how we beat Ode to Serenity. I should have called that, but oh, and if we're talking, I'm chattering. Let's see. All right, let's look at the replay here. So let's look at Sebastian's energy. Look how much energy he just started with. And then basic attack, boom. Ode to Serenity off his first basic attack, and now boom. He's gonna Battle Song. Yeah, he has Battle Song. So yeah, so that's a way to get his Ode to Serenity up faster. Against like a hero like Lara Croft, it could be relevant. Also, I should mention Chin Mao's like debuffs, like her like she can drop like the main tanks like defense and stuff like Chin Mao. So Ode to Serenity removes that debuff, like it's like every other debuff. Ode to Serenity is just good against like everything. Let's go find like a team against like a traditional control hero too. I don't know why we're playing this, but the fight's almost over. There you go. So there you go. So that was that. Yeah, Aurora did a bunch of damage, but yeah, Ode to Serenity, like so, got up fast. This is not the ideal team, but Galahad has a bit of energy drain. Chin Mao's a debuff. Stroth can drain energy, so Ode to Serenity protects against that stuff. Could be key there, but like some of the key heroes you definitely want to use it for. I mean, we'll also like. So you see how this like said, Lara Croft has a stun. Ishmael has a stun. Fafnir has an A stun. Kira has a silence. Do we have like? Is there like a? any kind of Isaac or Arachne team. All right, well, let's just go into one of these Lara Croft teams just because I can show you like the point of having. Oh, Augustus's debuff. That's another one. Like Augustus, a debuff that lets them do pure damage. Yeah, Sebastian is can protect against that. This is how you counter Gus Ryan is Sebastian. So if you're fighting Gus Ryan, Sebastian's your man. Oh, I think we switched our pet. Did I change my? Oh, did I forget to change my war flag again? Maybe, I don't know. But see if we have Otis Rennie. So long as that happens, we're only taking magic damage, not pure damage. Boom. Okay, we probably lost this fight though. Still lost that fight. Yeah, did I change my war flag? I don't know. I might have clicked something wrong because we've been doing like that. But yeah, he can protect against that Augustus debuff too that allows all of them to do pure damage. Yeah, Lara Croft, she can get her thing off early. I will show you. So, we did. I don't know what happened there. Should have had Otis running after one attack. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Like, it didn't trigger the pet, but that's fine. Like, it worked fine in that earlier fight we showed, so. But yeah, so Lara Croft has an AE, has like an AE stun. So if we go with like a war flag doesn't have attack, like Lara Croft is absolutely gonna wreck us with her stun. Like we're gonna probably get wrecked by Larry and Ishmael too, but like I'm gonna show you like right. So Lara Croft, so that's an AE stun. This is why you want to get Otis running off for earlier. Yeah, he does that. He can protect against stuns, but it doesn't help if you don't have it up before that. I guess we're gonna buy more fights just for this video here. It's fine. Don't wait because we're doing a video. It's fine. Where is Neville Yashka? There you go. So this guy. So let's go put back our war flag here. We'll change his patron back to Albus here. So now Otis Rennie should come down as fast as possible. Okay. The Otis Rennie off the first attack. So now when Lara does her AE stun, we don't get stunned. So Otis Rennie protects against that, protects against Arachne stuns, protects against Jorgen's ults and his energy drains, protects against Leanne. Like I said, Leanne, if she's with Axel, can kind of drain, can strip off Otis Rennie, so you have to be careful about that. But you know, there are just so many control effects in the game, and Sebastian pretty much invalidates all of them. Without Sebastian, I mean, heroes like Arachne literally have free reign over the meta. I mean, you'd have to use Chorus for everything, and Chorus doesn't work against Augustus, only Sebastian does. So Sebastian just super important. I should probably explain that the best counter to Sebastian is Biscuits. Why I've been using Biscuits in a lot of these fights. Like you use Biscuit Patron on Maya can strip off Otis Running. If we go to his earlier fights, not this one. Which this one had Sebastian. So they're using Sebastian. If we go look, if we go watch this replay here, right, you will watch them do Ode to Serenity. Let's just see. So their Otis Rennie's about to come up here. Otis Rennie's up. So you can see the little circles around them. So what Maya's doing, you see how Maya's doing some pure damage and stuff. Like every time she does some AE damage, you'll see this pure damage popping up. Like now it's stripped off Otis Rennie because with Biscuit there's a debuff on her. Applies a debuff every time she does damage, and because she does AE damage, and it's also damage over time. Every tick of pure damage with Biscuit Patron will remove one of those debuff protections because it protects against does 15 debuffs. When you're doing AE damage against 5 heroes, it's just 3 ticks of her poison, so a second and a half to totally strip off Otis Rennie. Like he just refreshed it and they're best stunned again. And that is because of Biscuit Patron. That's the main counter to Sebastian is Biscuit Patron. Like is you just strip Otis Rennie off with Biscuit Patron. Doesn't mean Sebastian's bad, just means there is a way to counter him. But yeah, like, so you do need Sebastian, but you also need to know how to play against him and Biscuits, like, let's talk about him briefly here. His ability that matters is the patron ability, Stay and Chill. This is 100% chance of inflicted status effect anytime the patron does damage. Doesn't matter how they do the damage, so long as it's damage. So works with all abilities, basic attacks, those AE abilities, ults, whatever. So this is super good as a way to just drop off mode. As a pet, Biscuit's actually kind of trash. I wouldn't actually recommend getting a mini higher than Violet. You just need it high enough to do the patron. But yeah, I actually recently did a video about like the best and worst pets as well. If you want to know more about pets and which ones you should use, I recommend checking out the video down below. As always, thank you for watching.